Alright, we got Bjorn versus Hanadins. A rare matchup, to be sure. Nurgle versus the Vampire Coast. Huh. Alright. Not sure how this is going to work out for Nurgle. I generally am a Nurgle hater in most aspects of things. For the Coast, you do have 2 bloated corpses. Bjorn has been using them a lot recently, trying to get some fun out of them. He has a Mortar, the Lamprey's Revenge, the Bloody Reaper Deck Guard, 2 Scurvy Dogs, 4 Animated Hulks, 3 Bombers, 5 Pistols, and a Vampire Fleet Admiral of Pistols with Gaze and Gash, Invocation Hack, and the Summon. For Hanadins and Nurgle, we do have 3 Chaos Furies, 3 basic Plague Toads of Nurgle, a bunch of Marauders and Nurglings, 2 Chosen with Great Weapons in the back, and we do have a Herald of Nurgle of Death with Spirit Leech and his Locus of Fecundity AoE heal. Cool, cool. Nurgle is going to advance under Mortar Fire and Pistol Fire. Really trying to whittle those guys away. Instead, the Marauders are going to take the front line with their Bronze Shields. They only have 15 armor, though, so they still take a lot of damage as the Mortars pour in. And the Bombers are waiting. The Bombers are hungry. And the Bombers are throwing. There goes almost an entire Marauder of Nurgle. God damn. Nurglings and Plague Toads, though, get into the back line. Can they do anything? Yeah, they don't take that much damage from the bombs, so that's cool. And they are doing some good disruption, so good for them. First of the Bloated Corpses took a Spirit Leech off screen. I saw it when I first reviewed the replay to see if it was worth your time. But has not happened yet. He's charging in. He's going for it. He's gonna get the Chosen with Great Weapons. They're the most expensive Chosen in the game. He's fucking going for it. He's gonna do it. And the Plague Toads are actually chasing him down. Oh no. The Plague Toads set him off. He gets a little bit of damage on the Plague Toads, though, so at least it was not all for nothing. Meanwhile, on the side, Animated Hulks and Dogs and Pistols are fighting Nurglings and Furies, and it looks like it is going decidedly for the Vampire Coast. The other Bloated Corpse is waiting his turn. Spirit Leeches are getting cast on Vampire Fleet Admiral on cooldown, really just trying to whittle that health pool down. Plague Toads are continuing to fight. Nurglings are continuing to fight with the Undead. Now, last Bloated Corpse is trying to make his way there, but it looks like this Herald of Nurgle sees him, has his own ideas for what to do about this, and unfortunately the Dogs are now running over to try and help the Bloated Corpse, but he does die and just nukes his own dog unit, so too much friendly fire there. Rest in peace, both Bloated Corpses, not really getting it done. Chosen and Nurgle are now starting to join the fight. They haven't taken too much damage just yet. Most of the Bombers are obstructed by Plague Toad interference, and this is the only thing Plague Toads are good at. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do just, like, disrupt the formations a lot of ranged units, make it really hard for them to get back in together and fire. Vampire Fleet Caster is in the middle of Plague Toads, is in the middle of Chosen with Great Weapons, and is getting attacked by the Herald of Nurgle, so she does have to get out of there as quick as possible. She's going to Invocation herself and try and run away. Animated Hulk's trying to bail her out. Pistol Mobs and Summons also doing the same. Game is in the Coast's favor, though. I'm not sure if I agree just yet. South side of the battle still going very well for the Coast. The middle is much more undecided, but with 2 Chosen pouring in, that should very quickly turn in Nurgle's favor. And the north side, I feel like, is going to Nurgle. We have crumbling away gunnery mobs. This Scurvy Dog isn't going to last much longer versus those Nurglings, though I suppose the Lamprey's Revenge are helping out. So a large portion of this is the Vampire Fleet Admiral needs to get out of the center fight. It looks like she's trying to, but blocked in by those Toads and the Nurgle caster. Animated Hulks and Pistols are currently chasing a Marauder. They don't need to do that. They should refocus their efforts elsewhere. The Bloody Reaper Depth Guard still fighting, and there we go. Vampire Fleet Admiral is going to get out of that pocket. Meanwhile, Nurglings are going to roll up, literally roll up on these mortars, and those 2 units should easily be able to take out those mortars, which have been trying to punish the Chosen of Nurgle. Not having the most success doing it, but they're trying. Now the Depth Guard ROR is going to sprint into the Chosen Nurgle. Chosen Nurgle should win that fight in melee rather handedly, but maybe with heal support and bombers, maybe the Depth Guard will do okay. But I don't think the bombs will do as much friendly fire damage as opponent damage at this point. Pistols, I think they're trying to fire uphill into the fight, which is usually not going to work. Somehow the mortar actually hangs on as both Nurglings are pushed off by the Lamprey's Revenge and the Vampire Fleet Admiral. Animated Hulks are here too. They've got to do something about those Chosen. Bombers are disrupted by the Herald of Nurgle of Death. The Chosen are getting worked down. Enrage pops a 40% damage resist on the Bloody Reaper deck guard. Meanwhile, these Chosen of Nurgle are also joining the fight. So that's a lot of expensive Chosen right next to each other. I can see why that mortar is so desperately firing in, trying to get anything out it can. Animated Hulks charge into these Great Axe boys, dropping cannons, dropping anchors on them, knocking them all around, but they are Nurgle spawns. They'll be back. Faster and stronger than ever before. Alright. On the low field, Animated Hulks are still fighting these Nurglings who have just been a little tenacious, but neither side really does a ton of damage in melee, so seems fine. Vampire Coast is in ascendancy on the balance power. Lamprey's Revenge trying to push off these Marauders of Nurgle. Something just happened. Overcast damage from the Zombie Pirate Gunnery mob that is unfortunately just going to get swarmed by 2 Marauders of Nurgle right away. So that was unfortunately a wasted cast as far as damage goes. The pistols were trying to just shoot these Chosen in the back, but that's not going to happen. They're now beset by Marauders and just going to die. Marauders on the low field are shattered. Pistol mobs under duress from Nurglings. Looks like Animated Hulk's going to have to run in and save them. They're doing fine in it. Herald of Nurgle is still trying to shut down this mortar that has been consistently firing into those Chosen. Not a big fan of that. Animated Hulks on the far side are going to push off 2 different Marauders. Bloody Reaper Depth Guard running out of sauce, running out of juice. So is the Vampire Fleetcaster. Lamprey's Revenge are full health, but they don't really want to sit on top of Chosen and Nurgle. Not like that. Not like this, Batman. Animated Hulks decide to abandon their little pistol friends. Decide that is doomed. They will instead go and join the Chosen fight. Bloody Reaper Depth Guard barely clinging to life. Enraged is popped yet again. This pistol summon is also stuck in melee, so that pistol summon really didn't amount to much. Marauders getting shattered by Animated Hulks. And the Herald of Nurgle is once more in the backfield trying to disrupt this mortar, who has still been just firing slowly but surely into those Chosen. How much value do you have? Wow, you've barely paid for yourself with firing into Chosen all game. God damn it. Artillery, why are you bad? Why are you bad now? Bloody Reaper Deck Guard have gotten so much healing, they're almost heal capped, but they went from being almost, like literally couldn't even see their health bar dead to chilling. I mean, 1/4 HP, but chilling. Another Spirit Leech onto the Vampire Caster. Bloody Reaper Deck Guard charging downhill. The Mortars are still alive. The Lamprey's Revenge is still full HP. Animated Hulks streaking in, as some Marauders of Nurgle in the distance are going to rally, but they're very, very low. Meanwhile, Nurglings will finish off this Animated Hulk. Go, Nurglings, go. These Nurglings have just got to have, like, all the value. Wow. Not a lot, honestly, considering. But Depth Guard's still firing. This Pistol Lady is just poking down the Herald of Nurgle, who has popped Locus of Fecundity trying to heal up the Chosen. Mortars doing friendly fire now, even though there's a very decisive blob of Chosen it should be shooting. It still manages to hit its own Deck Guard instead of them. We have more mortar balls coming in. Do any of them really hit? Oh, yeah, two decent hits. Didn't do that much damage, but decent hits. Pistol Mob is summoned. Lamprey's Revenge staying to protect the caster. And the Deck Guard at last are going to fade away. So will the Nurglings on the far side. Things are looking rough for Nurgle. Don't know if the Chosen with Great Ones can really deal with all of this. They're trying their best. Is there a Nurgle army ability to heal them up even more? Doesn't look like it, as their leadership falters. Their leadership does break, and without them, I think the chances for Nurgle are just gone. Because Lamprey's Revenge, yeah, they surrender, but the Lamprey's Revenge could just follow these Chosen, and then nothing else mattered. So GG, good try. For Bjorn, 700 on his Lord, 1300 on the Rotting Promethean Gunnery Mobs ROR, 1700 on the Deck Guard, 850-ish on the Mortar. It ended up doing okay. I think it should have done more somehow, but oh well. Pistols did alright. Bombs struggled a little bit for once in their life. Dogs did okay. Animated Hulks did well. And Bloated Corpses unfortunately struggled. Did more friendly fire than enemy fire. For Hanadin's, 2,500 on his Herald, 1,100 on the Chosen, 1,700 on the other Chosen. Furies got shut down really quickly. Plague Toads, I mean, they were disruptive for a long time, but they didn't get a lot of damage out. Marauders got mostly shut down. And Nurglings were there. Yeah. I think Nurgle needs a little bit of help in everything but his Lord and Hero department. GG, well played. Roar! Subscribe, yes, yes.